Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, the Director's Cut.
It is disgusting today.
It is very disgusting today. It is very humid. We can't stand it, so if you hear the fans going, and that is why. I got 2 fans going right now, it is not pleasant. But we're going to the hospital. I might have to up this. I have to kind of wing it with the bottom bar. Alright. Let's talk to a random person at the hospital. Hello, sir.
My name's George Stowart.
Oh, God.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
There we go. That was very, echoey.
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques Marquet.
In which department does he work?
He doesn't. He's a patient.
I see. You do realize there are strict policies regarding visiting hours, don't you?
Okay.
This is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
It's a matter of life and death.
The well-oiled running of this hospital is a matter of life and death. That's why we have rules.
Rules.
What the fuck? He said exception in a weird way that wasn't even like... He didn't say like exception.
No.
He said exception. And I'm like, no.
I still love that our protagonist is like, but I want to see it, so fuck your rules.
Alright.
Do you recognize this red nose, sir?
No, I do not.
Let's go through
This
everything.
is a hospital, not a circus ring.
An
The minister to the
hospital.
sick in body, not the sick in mind.
Bro. Chill.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, sir, I do not.
Are you sure about that?
Does this white powder mean anything to you?
No, sir, I do not pretend to know the pharmacist's job.
Okay.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
Sacre bleu! That's exactly what I needed in my last operation.
It is?
I had to improvise with a knitting needle and a couple of corks. If only you'd been on hand at the time. My patient would have given his right arm for it.
What? That's a tool to open drains. Sewer drains.
Have you ever
Alright.
heard of the Club Alamat?
No, sir, I have not.
Okay.
Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, it does not.
Look at this, Doc. It's a genuine medieval type gemstone.
Yes, so I see. Remarkable.
I have to take this gem to Marquet. He might be able to explain its significance.
My dear chap, Marquet has other things on his mind right now.
Like what?
His catheter, for one.
Cafetière. Oh dear.
No.
What do you make of this tissue, sir?
If I were you, I'd have the sample analyzed.
The sample.
May I have the honor of
Analyze.
shaking you by the hand?
You may not. I don't encourage physical contact between my staff.
I'm not your staff.
I think I ought
What?
to
No,
warn
he's like, well,
that
then
Marquet
if he
is
hugs you,
not what
basically
he
physical
seems.
contact in a hospital.
Yeah.
Explain yourself.
He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over the world.
Nonsense. Besides, Marquet's employers have paid in advance for one of our most exclusive private rooms.
Oh yeah?
Could you tell me who Marquet's employers are?
Certainly not.
Alright.
Thanks for your help.
You are no help at all. Ma'am.
Our main
Please help.
character wow, he's close to the mic now.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plants. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
Yeah.
Is that an American accent?
Maybe she's American. I don't know.
Okay. What were you saying?
Well, I was just saying that our protagonist actually reminds me of when, like, you know, if you're working at a store or something and some guy has a crush on you, so they come in and they're like, when does so-and-so work? I want to talk to them. And they don't understand, like, we're not allowed to tell you, first off. Like,
Yeah.
but I really want to see them.
Yeah, but no.
But it's a matter of great importance. My wiener, bro. I gotta talk to her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've had a few of those when I used to work at Tim's.
I have to know.
When I used, yeah, it was Tim's. There was a few people that would come in. It's like, do they work today? It's like, I just go no.
Well, you have to, basically. Like, you can say, we can't tell you, blah, blah, blah. Just saying no at least gets them out of your fucking face.
Exactly. Cause I think I remember a few times like, oh, is Shoes Bin working today?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
And usually I'm legitimately, they're not working today. It's like, oh, can you tell me? I wouldn't know when their next shift is, so. Essentially, by doing that, it gets them to fuck off.
So freaking cringy though when they're just like,
It's
but
like-
I need to talk to them. I don't care. I know it's a rule that I can't, but I really want
Another
to.
one is, well, can you check? I'm in the middle of my shift. I have to stay at my till. No.
I'm not going to check just so you can flirt with my coworker. Go away.
It's like, just check a different day. Like, goddamn.
Have you seen this man here at the clinic?
Or just stop
No, sir.
stalking.
And
Yeah.
I never forget a face.
She's actually not that bad of a voice actress.
Is this plaster any use to you?
I'm allergic to plaster.
What the fuck was that?
I am allergic to plaster. Poor thing.
Just when I said it, oh, it's a pretty decent voice actress.
The thing
Nope.
is, she's acting well for like a somewhat bored receptionist who's just going through the day's work.
Yeah.
Obviously, mic quality is varying between the different people.
Well, yeah, we knew that when we went in,
Yeah.
when we started the game. We're like, what the fuck is happening? Not too sure about the voice direction either, but
What does this tool suggest to you?
Is it a crack detector?
Huh?
Polar explorers use them to poke about in the snow.
Oh no.
Oh.
I thought something completely
Same.
fucking different.
Have you heard of the Club Element?
No. It sounds romantic, doesn't it?
Sure.
What does this false nose remind you of?
Oh. It's a clown's nose.
What's that?
It's a clown's nose. Alright.
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
Oh,
For me?
Yes.
perfect.
He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see.
Not sure that's a good thing.
He was on Ward B12, as I recall.
That's
Oh,
not
he's
something you
being
say out loud.
transferred To... Oh dear. He's on Ward J2. That's Nurse Grendel's ward.
Oh. Okay. Fucking ominous. I wanna try at least once to shake someone's hand with the stupid hand buzzer.
I'd like to shake you by the hand.
Don't be fresh, young man.
Never mind then.
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a
Okay.
crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock alarm call, 6:10 bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
What?
And then some.
Pavlov, not Pavlova. I know what Pavlov's dog is. No, not Pavlova. That is incorrect.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J. How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Good luck, honey.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Saunas in
As I
I
turned
was
the
thinking
corner,
about that too. I was
I
like, what?
saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
What about him is odd?
I don't know. We'll see in a moment.
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah?
He's just
What's
a
your
bald
secret?
old dude.
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
It's a deal.
What the fuck?
What just happened?
First off, you have to be removed for threatening hospital staff. Second, the guy's just he's cleaning. He's doing his job. He's just being like, hey, smiling and whistling.
Right?
But no, I'm gonna be a stick in the mud and
Is
punch
Nick
you.
there?
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe if you move the stuff a little bit more that way, you could get on the bed. Or that. That works too.
Hey, Bumble.
He's like, this stuff's in the way.
There you go.
Hi, buddy. Wanna say hi? Come on, come say hi. Come on.
What you doing?
I think it's because your leg's usually down, so he's like, I can't. Wanna say hi? Come on. I can't. Oh, buddy. Oh, shit. Alright.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
You should never ever play with matches.
I know that.
Fair.
but
People get hurt when they do. They end up in hospital, like the burger lady.
Ooh.
She was so burned up, they didn't know whether to use bandages or onions.
That's fucked up. Whew.
Oh, boys. Alright.
That's what we call full
Would
thickness.
this tool
Right.
be any use to you?
No, sir. Mr. Shiny has no user-serviceable parts. Whatever that means.
Shiny. Alright.
Do you recognize this powder?
Is that dandruff?
No way.
It sure looks like dandruff.
It's plaster.
Ugh.
He's just a sweet, confused old janitor.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Who is it?
That's what I'm asking you. Have you seen him before?
How should I know? You haven't told me who he is.
What?
Take a look
He's
at the
like the
photo.
Mad Hatter.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, have you seen him before?
No.
Goddamn.
Take a look at this red nose.
Are you a policeman?
No, this is a clown's nose, not a policeman.
What? What?
He's
Do you
just a confused
recognize this
janitor.
pass?
No, I don't. Should I?
No, but I wondered if you'd seen a stranger flashing it about.
No, sir. But if I had, Mr. Shiny would take care of him.
Would you like to shake my
You'll
hand?
kill him.
Not until I've washed, if you don't mind, sir.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the corridors?
No, sir, I haven't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You'd take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would. With a friend like him, I've no fear of oppressors.
It must be a great comfort.
He
Okay.
is.
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
Alright.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny. It's just that...
You think it's odd, don't you? I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind me back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull through.
Okay.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
The door didn't have a sign or label or any kind of identification.
Hey now, you can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
More than likely I need something in there, so let's unplug his machine.
As I tugged the plug out of the socket,
Probably the best way to do it.
polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
Let me.
I think he has to disappear first.
No, probably he needs to see him do all the way around this end first. And then I gotta do it again.
Oh, see that he will go.
Like, see that he's gonna go plug him back in. Oh.
Ah. Wow. Just another thing to be arrested for. Yeah, because that's not wow.
Oh, boys.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse.
You'll need this, Doctor.
Oh, boys.
She gave me a long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay. Oh, it's oh my god, my brain.
What?
Pressure cuff.
Yes.
My brain, for some reason, I couldn't remember what the goddamn name was.
Yeah.
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma for the last 3 months.
Oh.
What's wrong with Boissy?
He was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involving a unicycle. His current condition is due to post-traumatic shock. It's unlikely he'll ever perform as a clown again.
It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
Okay.
What is this device?
It's for taking the patient's blood pressure, Doctor.
Would you like to shake hands with me?
Well,
No, it's okay. Forget it.
Probably for the best.
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
If you wish to know more, you will have to speak to Herr Hagenmeier. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay. He's very cheerful.
Hello.
This guy. Okay.
Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
What? So
My name
rude.
is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
No.
You better believe it.
Oh, boys.
I am terminally ill. Get
What
out
can
of
you tell me
bed.
about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
What?
I guess he was in the private room before he got tossed out.
Do you
Yeah,
know
I'm
what's
just
wrong
like,
with
what the
Marquet?
fuck's wrong with you, dude?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say.
But I've been here for 3 months.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've no complaints.
The woman in reception
Wow.
described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it? You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job.
Okay.
I don't know.
Animation. I'm not gonna.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Very fair.
No way.
Yeah, he's got a terminal illness and you're gonna fucking electrocute him? No!
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, Doctor. Who is it?
A cold-blooded killer.
Alright.
I'll come back later.
By now, how many people do you think would have found you and been like, why are you walking around telling everyone that you've got
Doctor.
this murderer? Like,
Yeah.
you literally would have been tossed into like,
But again, this is like
What is
early
it?
90s or
You
mid
haven't
90s.
taken my blood pressure.
Bro,
come on.
he's gonna do it again.
Come on, man.
Oh my god.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
I can't take a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later. What now?
You didn't finish taking my blood pressure.
This is gonna be a thing. How many times am I gonna have to do this?
Okay, let's try again.
Are you gonna put it right? What the fuck?
You don't have the first idea what you're doing, do you?
I'll come back when you've recovered your manners.
I'm sorry. Even someone who is not medically trained knows how the fuck that thing works. Like, what the fuck?
Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur?
Do you want this?
Device for measuring blood pressure?
Yeah, do you want it back?
No, thank you.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna do all the things.
Do you rec-
No, I don't.
Okay.
Is this plaster any use to you?
No, it isn't.
Okay.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
I don't recognize it.
Does this mean anything to you?
The Club Alamut? I've never heard of it.
Do you know Merlin of Gruber Electronics?
No, I don't.
Do you recognize this tissue?
No, I don't. It looks like a chronic health risk to me.
Well, I've been carrying it around for days and I'm okay.
Oh my god. You need to be taken
you
out
like to shake
now,
hands with me?
man.
Well,
No, it's okay. Forget it. Does this gem...
it's beautiful, but I've never seen it before.
This is why it's so
Thank you,
important
nurse.
that hotels
revoir,
have
monsieur.
security.
Oh yeah. Alright, I guess I'm gonna
Hi.
show him everything. Just in case.
Do you know what this is?
It looks like plaster.
Do you know what this tool is
Okay.
used for?
I'd rather not, Doctor.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
I'm not really a nightclub man, Doctor.
Do you recognize this red nose?
Doesn't that belong to Boissy?
No. I found it in a sewer.
He's a clown, you know. You wouldn't think so to look at him now, would you?
Have you heard of a guy called Merlin?
No, Doctor.
Have you any idea what this is?
No, Doctor. I wouldn't even like to guess.
Fair.
Does this...
No, Doctor.
Okay.
I'll come back.
Let's see how many times.
You haven't finished taking...
Oh my god. How many times am I gonna have to do the same thing?
You keep quiet? You're disturbing the other patients.
I'll keep quiet when you've taken my blood pressure properly.
I have to see Jacques Marquet first.
How come he gets preferential treatment? It's because he's got money, isn't it?
I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder.
Maybe? Probably not.
You haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
Whew, boys. Unless I have to get something else, but I'm not entirely sure.
Will you keep quiet?
I'll keep quiet.
I have to see...
Yeah, okay.
It's-
Saying the same thing again. Talk to him, maybe?
Hello.
Oh, hi! No whistling, right?
Right.
So he knows it's you, but he's like, huh, you're a doctor now, huh?
Right?
What do you think of this, Sam?
Oh, boy! What is it?
Bro!
It's me whenever I see something shiny. Oh, cool. What's
Get
that?
me into Marquet's ward, and it's yours.
I don't wear jewellery.
If this gem was yours, you'd be able to buy 100 Mr. Shinies.
Don't be silly. There's only one Mr. Shiny.
What does this tissue suggest to you?
You have a cold. What you need is vitamin C.
Vitamin?
That's how people in Europe often say it.
Are you having
Okay.
trouble with Mr. Shiny?
Yes, I am. I don't know what's got into him today. He keeps pulling his plug.
Oh dear.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
Alright. Oh, hello?
Yeah, let's just walk back into the reception wearing that.
Who's this person?
Hi, I'm Dr. Stobart.
I'm not in your
Yes,
in
sir.
your drug.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Sir, stop moving, please.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Yes, sir? Pleased to meet you, sir.
Call me George if you like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's my name.
My name's Benoit, but everyone calls me Bunny.
Bunny.
That's right. I used to have this cute habit when I was a kid.
Keep it to yourself, Benoit.
That Benoit. I've never heard that as a name. What the fuck?
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something.
What the fuck is happening?
I'm probably gonna get him to take the blood pressure so that way I can pass,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
No, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
Okay.
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, miss, this is my first day here. I
Yeah.
can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I
Oh.
didn't mean to get my hands dirty with a nurse.
Shut up, Benoit.
Okay, sir.
We have a patient for you. He needs his
Shake
his
my
blood
hand,
pressure taken.
Benoit.
I don't think that's a good idea, sir.
How come?
Dermatitis.
I don't have dermatitis.
I do.
Oh. I do.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. I've never seen him before.
Alright, let's go through the list again.
Do you know what this white powder is?
No, sir.
Alright.
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, this.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Is that a nasal discharge, sir?
No, it's grease paint.
Gem.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
Not me, sir.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Merlin?
No, sir.
He has like the most nasally voice, and it's like. Oh my god. It's like a nasally French, and it's...
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
No,
I don't
sir.
know.
What does this tool suggest to you?
Isn't that used to snap the patient's ribs? When exploding the abdomen?
Oh, it's a rib spreader.
That's not a...
See you later.
Right.
Excuse me, sir.
Aha! Just the man. You must be the new boy.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bernie, come here, boy. This is Benoit, my nephew. Can I trust you to look after him?
Sure.
He's fresh out of medical school. It will open his eyes to see a real doctor on the job.
I'll bet.
Show him around. Let him see some real suffering.
We have strict rules, but we don't check anyone's credentials.
Do I have to talk to him?
He's gone.
Where? Okay. Ah. Fucking disappeared there, bud.
Hi.
Okay.
I'll come back.
So talk to him.
Hey,
Get
Benoit.
him
Yes, sir.
to do the fucking pressure.
Ta-da.
You still have that gauge I gave you?
Ah, yes. What do you want me to do with it?
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
Bye. Hello?
I'm Dr. Stobart.
Bonjour, docteur.
Have you seen any suspicious characters on the ward?
Yeah, I have.
A gorilla and a weasel?
No, this was a tatty old bear.
How was the bear acting suspiciously?
Well, he was wearing a homburg.
Is that against the law?
No, but
A
it's
what?
pretty weird for a bear.
He's wearing a what?
Humbug.
What the fuck is that?
Would you like to shake hands?
What for?
As a gesture of goodwill.
On reflection? No.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I have never seen him before.
Okay.
Can you think of any sensible use for this plaster?
A cast?
Sensible? No. Puerile? Yes, but you probably thought of those already.
You're in a hospital. This is a long time ago. A cast.
Yeah.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Branding mice without bending down.
What? What?
Right.
Branding mice
Have you ever heard of the
without
Club
bending
Alamut?
down.
No. It sounds Middle Eastern.
It's not a thing.
Do you recognize this red nose?
Don't get cute with me.
Okay.
Are you Thomas Merlin of Gruber Electronics?
No.
Then you won't be needing this.
Alright.
What does this tissue suggest
My voice
to you?
cracked.
It looks as if it has been used to wipe Satan's bottom.
I hate to say it, but you could be right.
Okay. I wasn't expecting
Satan
that.
shit's white?
I guess. What the fuck? Greasy white paint. What the fuck?
Do you
I don't
recognize this
understand.
gem?
It isn't an emerald, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
It's
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 fucking
not even green.
whatever.
Alright.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, Doc. Right behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
Anthrax.
What?
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thanks.
Alright.
Catch you later, officer.
Au revoir, Doc.
Fuck. Oh my god.
Ow.
Bro.
Marquet?
Yes, I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
No, you haven't.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lahmar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassins.
One of the assassins, okay.
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you will send in my place?
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grandmaster. Quickly tell him that I have found the tripod right here in Paris.
You have it?
Not yet, but it's being taken care of. I am a couple of stooges with a flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You know them?
He's giving me a high five.
House there.
He's hitting my shoulder. Hey,
Hi.
you giving me a palm
He has
bud?
gone off
Okay.
to Syria on a wild
He did that on my shoulder.
They have geese in Syria?
He has a theory about the location of the...
Uh-oh.
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. If Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that...
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
And there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter.
Set.
The door's locked. Help
Says
me,
the
officer.
imposter. But,
Stand
They
back,
didn't ask
monsieur.
for your credentials, they asked for his, and
and this one's not even like a real doctor either, so that's fucking hilarious.
it's fucking stupid.
I love how they probably like fucked up his face and they covered it with his entire body.
That was so
Dumb.
Hello, George.
I'm back with with fucking Nicole.
my level of hatred for how they portray medical stuff in even new games. There knows no bounds.
That's fair.
Ugh.
At least with this, it's an old enough game. It's almost probably over
It's
20
still
years.
awful.
It's fucking awful.
It's like like most movies and games, I have suspension of disbelief.
oh well, yeah, you
For
have
s-
to.
But for some things, I can't. When it comes to medical stuff and animal behavior, I'm like, what the fuck is this? As soon as they're like, yeah, the wolf approached and blah blah, I'm like, no, the fuck it didn't. It stayed in the bushes where it felt safe until you were alone and near dead. Oh
Yeah.
my god. My parents were watching, I can't even remember the name of the movie, but it had this giant pack of wolves and they were, these guys were being hunted by him the whole time and blah blah blah. I'm like,
No.
this wolf is right next to you by your campfire in the light, even though there are many of you.
Yeah. They don't.
If
They'll
you
hunt.
should be
They'll
worried.
hunt one person.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And you should be scared because this one probably has rabies if it's dumb enough to come out of the woods to see you.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna die of rabies.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, now you should be scared.
Also, wolves hunt in packs. They don't hunt alone.
Oh, they were all waiting in the freaking woods. They made them seem like it was a personal thing towards the humans. I'm like, this is dumb as fuck.
No.
I'll need to show you the scenes because holy shit.
There's only like certain games where I'm like, all right, because it's a fantasy setting, the behaviors are probably fucking different.
Yeah,
it's
if
fantasy,
it's a made-up creature, okay.
Well, even like in The Witcher, the wolves will attack you if you get too close.
Yeah, that's running into their territory. That's different.
Or if you're too close, they'll attack you right off the hop. But
that's
again,
one person running into like 3 or more.
Yeah, but again, this is The Witcher.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy setting. Makes a little bit more sense.
Even in fantasy setting, it annoys me. I'm glad in the Witcher at least, it makes sense.
Usually it's a pack.
You ran in, even if it was
except for usually they always have at least one warg.
Yeah.
And that's a different thing.
Even if it was just one wolf, sometimes if you surprise them, they will attack.
Yeah.
So in The Witcher, I'm not bothered by it because it's someone running into their territory.
Yeah.
That is not a good idea.
Okay.
Do you want to look after the gem?
No, Josh. I'd be too tempted to sell it.
Same.
Yeah.
Hey, Nico, shake hands with me.
No chance, Buster.
I forgot how bad
Maybe
her
not.
thing is.
What?
Hey, no chance, Buster.
Oh, you forgot about her accent?
I found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah. Killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would press himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man?
That's despicable.
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away out the window.
What the fuck?
What
the fuck is that?
I don't know. I don't know.
What the fuck, man? What is that?
Have you ever heard of the Hashi-Ashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again.
That's not good. No. What you were supposed to learn from that is maybe I shouldn't impersonate the professionals.
Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves.
Yeah. What? Alright.
I showed you the red nose, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Do you want this photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make another print.
Okay.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
I have to click on all of them? Ah, shit.
There's a
I'm just gonna fast click.
the night through. Did I show you this matchbook?
I love that their pictures aren't there anymore.
Oh, yeah.
This is the tool I use.
Why
to
is there
get
no
into the
more
sewers.
character pictures?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something
you
about
showed me
bringing the
before.
map up must
I
have
guess
done
I'd
that.
better
I
go
guess.
back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one? Rousseau or Sergeant Mou? Oh, were you referring to Andre?
I'll let you work it out.
Okay. Okay. Can't go to those ones. Café de la Chandelle Verte, Rue Jerry, Poste de Police, Classic Shoesman est là. No, il est pas là. Alright, we're gonna go back and we're gonna go to the museum.
I love it as soon as you see French names on the map, you're just like, Bishop.
There goes my French!
There's the tripod.
No, monsieur. No. No. Okay, okay.
Chill.
The case contained the tripod shown on the manuscript.
Oh.
He was a thin-faced, pallid guy with a questionable taste in outlandish clothes. My mother used to dress like that.
What?
I beg your pardon. Are you Andre Lobino?
That's me. You want my autograph?
No. I was told you may be able to help me.
Wow.
Help? My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay. Shoot.
Oh, boys.
Does the guy in this photograph look familiar to you?
No.
Okay, let's go with all this shit first.
Do you recognize this white powder, Andre?
No.
No. No.
What do you make of this tool?
Interesting. Where did you get it?
From a dig in Paris.
Vraiment? I didn't realize there were any excavations in progress in the city.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Alamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin were based.
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia. I'm not too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid. The most recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
What? Bro. Bro, no. What the fuck?
Take a look at this nose, Lobino.
It really doesn't interest me, Georgie.
Okay.
What do you make of this ID card?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
No.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
What do you make of this?
It's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Pegram? Professor Nigel Pegram? He's in Ireland, investigating a Templar site, isn't he?
He was, until he disappeared.
Did Pegram find this on his dig?
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think so. You're not one of those crazies who think the Templars still exist, have you?
What?
Well, I try to keep an open mind on the matter.
Shake my
I'd like
hand.
to shake you by the hand.
Shake my hand.
Not now, Georgie.
Oh, fuck you.
Does the name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure. It was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands. A dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their flesh.
That explains the image of the hanged man. I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn.
And more info.
Where was the site of Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin, but there's nothing there now. The old gibbet was torn down during the Revolution.
Okay.
I'd like your opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Vraiment? Do you have it with you?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
Intriguing. Do you have a copy of the text?
There isn't much, only a few Latin phrases. I was kind of hoping you'd help decipher the pictures.
Without seeing the manuscript, that's a tall order.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest to you?
The Knights Templar. Does the Templar seal appear on this manuscript? I'd love to see that for myself.
Okay.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah, not far from here, in fact.
Why would you tell him that?
Just give me the address and I'll.
Well, she's the one that
I'm
gave
not
him.
so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. Can you tell me anything?
What does that have
about
to
the
do with
Knights
anything?
Templar?
I sure can, Georgie. Soldiers, diplomats, mercenaries,
I'm gonna get the rest
monks,
of the info
bankers,
and then
you name
go
it.
see
The
Nico and then
Templars
come back.
fit the bill. The greatest fighting force in Christendom, the militia of Christ.
Jeez. How did the Templars get their name?
From the building in which they set up their headquarters. The King of Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount. was said to have been the site of the original Temple of Solomon. The order became known first as the Knights of the Temple, and later as the Knights Templar.
You're a mine of information, Andre.
Glad to be of help, Shoshi.
How come the Templars became so wealthy?
There was a constant stream of new recruits to their ranks, many from noble families. They were required to swear a sacred oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience.
Of course.
So, their money, goods, and lands were donated to the order. The Templars soon held land in France, Scotland, England, Spain, most of Europe, in fact. The poor Knights of Christ became the wealthiest power in Christendom.
Is it true the treasure of the Knights Templar was never
Pass
found?
me my cookies.
Who knows? So little knowledge of what really happened remains. Or if it does, the truth has never been made public.
What do you mean by that?
I know, I want something
The
like
Templars
sweet but not
have
overly
attained a
sweet.
mythological status, like the King Arthur of the Britons. There are people even now who say the Templars still exist.
Do you think that's
Oh.
likely?
No, not for a minute.
Minute. Brutal.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place,
I heard them planning the raid.
they're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Alright.
Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
That's the
Because
dumbest
I'd never
request
see
you
it
could
again.
make.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
Fair enough.
I get your point.
Chantal, why won't you give me thousands of dollars? Don't you trust me? Like, what the fuck is kind of... George is an idiot.
Do you
Yeah.
know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
That fucking picture. Like, man.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language, Assassini, the assassin.
That's Assassin's Creed. Like, I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Because the order started, like, in the recent games, in Origins, it starts in Egypt. But the order itself, the Order of the Assassin, was founded, like, its main headquarters is, like, in a Persian place.
Well, they've made a few games on this kind of thing.
So I'm just like, God damn it, it's just Assassin's Creed.
You know what that picture reminds me of?
What? This one?
Yeah, the witch from Spirited Away. What's her name? The big nose and all that.
I've been watching a lot. I don't remember
I
the
keep
name.
thinking of... I know. I keep hearing Baba Yaga in my head. I know that's not it.
Same.
It's Yubaba?
Yes,
Was that one?
I think so. Look it up. While I click on him.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legends surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Yep, Yubaba.
Cool. You have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste
Yeah,
of
Yubaba
paradise.
and Zaniba.
Wouldn't you just know
Yes.
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashi.
Now I just see Yubaba. Great.
How do the assassins
With a knife.
operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna ask Nico. Back at Nico's apartment. Back in Nico's apartment.
Hello, George.
Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped. He
Hard
wouldn't
and
have.
hard. Okay.
Yeah. Nothing then.
I'd better get back to.
So I have. Scummy. At the same time, Nico's the one that
Hi,
provided
Andre.
him George the info
Hello,
on
Georgie.
Andre.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah. Not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the...
I'm not. Maybe I should check with her.
A female?
Yeah, she's a. This friend.
Ah, oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
She lives at 361 Rue Jarry.
Ah,
What?
I know it well. I'll drop by. Just as soon as I can.
You go back, she's been robbed, you go, oops!
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Fucking... Ugh.
Again, Nico is the one that gave George the information on where Andre was.
That doesn't mean she's okay with him going to her house.
But, yeah.
Excuse me, officer.
You look very surprised.
Right?
Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
You have seen the
Maybe
Parisian
he's on a
traffic,
fucking
no?
break?
Yeah, so?
I could direct the traffic. The most dangerous, this side of Rome. Or I can sit here and enjoy the sun.
Shouldn't you be
The
taking calls or something, Chantal?
and this
Could you imagine if you were on your
beautiful
break and I said something like that?
Which would you choose?
Yeah,
I would tell you to get the fuck out of my room.
Right? Like, this douche.
Also, I don't take
Excellent
calls, so that doesn't work.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, just that kind of like, shouldn't you be doing something? What are
Yeah.
you doing sitting?
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. Only that they were excommunicated in 1312 and hanged in their dozens within this very square.
Boy, what they teach in the police academy these days.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Bro. You alright?
Freaking bag fell on him.
Oh. Oh no. Poor buddy. Come on up.
Oh, Frumpkin's there.
Yeah, it's because Frumpkin sneezed.
Yeah, the bag fell on him. He was just like, what the fuck?
What the fuck happened? Oh. Huh?
What do you think of this?
A blood pressure sleeve.
Yes.
You're correct.
Have you seen this man before?
No. Who is it?
I believe him to be an international assassin.
Oh.
Is that all you can say? Oh.
I
Oh.
did wonder if I should say that I believe you to be an international paranoiac, but it didn't seem polite.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Mock the way he talks, he's gonna say shit back to you.
Do you know what this is?
Aha! You Americans with your notorious nose candy. I read Hollywood Wives. I know all about it.
If you tried to sniff this stuff, you'd wall up your nostrils. It's plaster of Paris.
It is. Thank heaven.
Thank you.
Heavens.
I thought I might actually have to arrest somebody. Hello, the paperwork. You have no idea.
Oh my god. Oh, this guy.
Do you know what this is?
It's a sewer key.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Also, the one that does the arrest, other than answering information, like, wouldn't they wouldn't have to be the one who writes all the paperwork, right?
Wait, repeat that again?
Like, if an officer arrests someone,
yes,
don't they just have to give the information from what they saw and the scene?
No, they have to write a report of what happened.
Yeah, a base report, but it's like, are they going to be sitting there doing paperwork and putting it all in? Like, that's...
In the system, yes.
I thought it was someone else's job for the, like, the big files.
Ooh.
Okay, fair enough.
Ooh. Whoever the officers are on the case, they write their reports from their perspective. If there's multiple officers, then they'll write it on their perspective. Cool. Whatever the fuck they filed, and yeah, it's a lot of work.
Take a look at this.
I had to write a report once.
Yeah.
I had to write it in French. That was a time. There's one thing about me is I am French, but when it came to French class, I fucking sucked at French class.
Yeah?
Does
oh
this
yeah.
red nose mean anything to you?
But you have to realize this, Ronan. You probably took French class in school, am I correct?
Yeah.
French class in an English school is very different than French class in a French school. It'd be similar to English class in an English school to my French class in a French school.
I was good at both.
Okay, well...
It's one of those obnoxious things where, like, I'm terrible at math, but for some reason the way my brain works, it's like, you're gonna be good at language.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me, when it came to English, I was fine. Because English grammar, for me, very simple.
You sure about that?
Yes. Why?
Your word clubs are amazing.
Writing, not actual speaking. When it comes to writing, because that was my big issue, was writing in French. Because I had to not only write like 300, 400, 500 words,
yeah.
I also had to correct it.
Yeah.
Correcting was my biggest issue when it came to French class, which also was the chunk of my percentage of being able to pass.
What do you make of this grease paint stained tissue?
That was me with mental math.
Would you like to see some of my used tissues?
Hell no.
Then please put yours away.
I like this guy.
Same.
Treat me bad, I treat you bad. He's just a walking personification of treat others the way you would want to be treated.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, so French class when it came to, especially high school. College was easier, I don't know why. Even though it's pretty much the exact same thing.
Sometimes a different teacher can make all
what do you think?
all the difference.
Glass.
No, it's not. It's for real.
What kind of madman would go around waving a priceless gem under people's noses?
So either it's glass or I'm mad? I didn't like to think about that for too long. Would you like to shake? I stopped myself barely in time.
Yeah.
Electrocuting a cop would not have been smart. They'd rebuilt the Bastille just so they could throw me in and throw away the key.
Yeah, electrocuting half the people he's offered to is not a good idea.
Yeah. It's a prank buzzer, but you also don't want to risk it.
I think also people realized over time, we've had a lot of cardiac, cases coming in lately.
Usually the vault's not that high, but on an older person, I'd be more worried.
Any kind of implants of some
French,
sort.
English, and German, it read,
like a peacemaker.
In 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the knightly order of the Templars and excommunicated its members on charges of heresy. In the following 2 years,
Imagine if someone had a metal plate in their head.
were hanged on this site. The Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt at the stake on an island in the Seine.
Because it would literally zap the brain.
What the fuck did you just say, George? You said sane. It's sen.
Reread?
Huh?
Do it again?
Fixed to the wall was a sign in 3 languages. Fixed to the wall.
He's not gonna say it again.
In
Motherfucker.
3 languages.
I missed the thing. My bad.
Yeah, the scene, it's spelled la scène. But it's almost, he almost made it sound like he said scene.
The scene.
Which is not correct. Because it's S-E-I-N-E. So.
Scene.
I didn't have time to sit around.
For fuck's sakes. So far, the only thing I've gotten out of this vaccine is a bruise.
Yeah, that's what most people are gonna end up with, just either a bruise or nothing.
Yeah.
Or in a couple days, kind of like flu-like symptoms. Just...
Yeah.
A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll. The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well. A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. A scholarly knight. That rang a bell. A very Spanish bell.
What?
A statue of a knight. The statue had any...
Okay.
On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it.
He's probably a Templar.
Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack. Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported. On the end of the...
Okay.
A stone knight lay in full stone armor, blank eyes looking at the ceiling. Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout.
Alright.
A knight there in the company of his fellows. Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world, I guess. Somehow it looked more modern than its neighbor.
Just the hell of it. Didn't think so. Oh.
Ta-da!
My brain. Like, wait a minute. I have a thing.
Hey, you! What do you think you are doing? Leave that cover alone. Now.
Sorry, no harm intended.
You stay away from that.
Nah, schnitz. Alright, guess not. Is there randomly a drain pipe in here? Those cookies are actually really fucking good. No.
A row of old pews. All those Parisian firm buttocks of the young ladies.
What?
The flabby flesh of the old men. That wasn't a pleasing image, so I went back to the young ladies. Whoa!
What the fuck?
What just happened? It's like
I
on.
didn't have to. A row of old pews.
Okay.
Beautifully carved and glowing with polish. I thought of all the people who must have sat here over the decades. All those Parisian derrieres, firm buttocks of the young ladies, the flabby flesh of the old men. That wasn't a pleasing image, so I went back to the young ladies. Whoa!
Does that happen every time he stops to think about someone attractive? Does he just sit for a second then surprise himself?
That's the only time I've seen him do that, so... What the fuck?
I'm just picturing, like, at university, you hear from across the room, like, you're in your room, you hear from across the hall,
Yeah.
Just a bunch of guys.
Hello
Whoa!
Hello again, monsieur.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur.
Okay, guess, can go back to Ireland, alright, go back to France. Maybe Jerry, maybe?
Hello, Georges.
Oh, you haven't been burgled. Great.
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again. He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the Knight's crest to take back to the museum. I believe he's identified the family who bears that crest.
I sure hope so.
Still not a good habit, George.
Better get back to
No.
the quest.
Let's go back to the museum. André!
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie. Hey, I visited Nicole's apartment.
Yeah, she told me you came by.
Ooh, quite a fine Georgie boy. I didn't expect anything quite so sexy.
I hope you're referring to the manuscript.
Oui, of course.
What, is he not allowed to say that she's hot? What the fuck is wrong with you?
What did you make of the manuscript?
You better not say that this chick I work with, that I'm totally not interested in, is sexy. How dare you?
Story and pictures
Your
like a
insecurity
modern-day
showing.
comic book.
What story does the manuscript tell?
I don't know. It was probably produced for the tourist market.
Tourists?
Oh, oui, pilgrims in their thousands on their way to Jerusalem. The tourist trade is nothing new, you know. It's been around for centuries. Ever since Joshua made a packet selling souvenir bricks from the walls of Jericho.
I don't
Have you
think so.
deciphered any of the images on the manuscript?
There's very little I can be sure about. The slang of the bull could be a reference to Mithras.
Who's he?
A Persian god, almost as popular as Christ at one time. The only thing I can be sure of is the knight. He's Spanish.
How can you tell that?
The writing on the shield, the reference to Ave Maria. No self-respecting knight from Northern Europe would have borne a coat of arms like that.
Okay.
Can you identify the knight's coat of arms?
I already did, Georgie. He's a member of the De Vasconcelos family from the Costa Calida.
Were they famous?
No, they're not mentioned after the 15th century.
Oh.
The spotlight of history moved on. They're probably long dead.
Okay, good to know.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
Which might be
You're welcome.
useful for the church. Bon, façon. What?
Now every time we're sitting like this, and you say anything in French that's poisson, all I can think is les poissons, les
God
poissons.
damn it. Ah, je dis mon façon, puis all of a sudden tu poses tes poissons, et tabarnak. Et mon Dieu de la vie.
A knight, there in the company of his fellows. Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess.
What?
Oh, that's just all I hear now.
Oh my
It's a
god.
stupid laugh. Just
Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
A stone knight lay carrying all that armor. A stone.
Okay, how about this
A
one?
stone knight lay. I wondered if this. In comparison to its neighbor, I didn't recognize the biblical. On the end of the staff was some around the base of the. Well, I could have just taken, but I wanted to be sure what other than to.
Did you click a thing on
A
the
scroll,
clear
a
window?
symbol of
Yeah, I might have to do that. Alright. Let's start.
You clicked it, right?
What, just like this?
Somehow it looked
Yeah.
more modern
Okay.
than its neighbor.
Excuse. Oh, ow, ow.
You okay?
Yeah, you know when like there's a burp that you try and like slow down a bit so it's not super loud, but then it just hurts your
Yeah.
chest. Yeah. I wish I could write that small on a pen pad.
Right. See, but the thing is,
I
this
know.
is what he does, and I'm like, why? Okay.
I got 2 hours of sleep.
What the fuck?
Insomnia sucks.
Ah, you had a bout of insomnia.
You, go away.
Excuse me, officer.
What?
The officer.
Oh.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. Only that they were and hanged in their...
We want to go in the sewers, so you need to leave.
Shouldn't you be off directing trap? Yeah?
I'm gonna skip shit we already know.
Does this red nose...
Aha! A prosthetic nose.
Yes.
Very significant.
It is?
No, I am just having a little joke.
Joke?
I like him.
I'll see you
He
around.
sounds like Ahmed the Dead Terrorist. A joke. Only when he said joke, though. I don't want to be mean. Why the fuck not?
Oh my god!
It was just some police paper. Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur?
I
Right, I already done
Could you
that.
just want their name?
Robble. Okay. Okay.
See you later, sir.
Alright. Sure. For the shits and the giggles, I guess. Okay, that's locked off. Can I go down there and
Ta-da.
randomly find myself to
I
where
lifted the cover
Molfassa is?
to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
Yes. Get in.
Oh yeah.
Yes. This fucking animation when he goes down sewers.
His back's... He's like, you know what? I need 3 more vertebrae.
Right. Uh-huh. Oh, hi. Hello.
Hi there, remember me?
Ah, mais oui.
Who?
The man in the sewer, of course.
I'm, sifting through the evidence.
So, when you are not...
I take a lot of showers.
oh, very good, monsieur.
Yeah.
Policeman with a sense of humor.
Oh, Jesus, tabarnak. Alright.
He looks like he's so just like leaned over you.
Mmm. Okay. Okay, guess not. Okay, it has to do. I have to do something. There has to be something. Let's just.
Because he keeps telling you to leave the stuff alone. So.
Excuse me, do you know what this is?
Okay, it's whatever.
I'll see you.
Fuck it. Just gonna wing it. Alright, let's carry on.
In French, English, and German, it read, in 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the knightly order of the Templars and excommunicated its members on charges of heresy. In the following 2 years, many of the knights were hanged on this site. Their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt at the stake on an island in the Seine.
No.
Oh.
Not the Seine, which makes it sound like he's saying like sane. Just not fucking correct. I don't know. I got to Montfaucon, but there's the areas is there except for the cop. What should I do?
So yeah, we have to figure out how to get rid of him.
Yeah.
We can go up the other stairs if that makes any difference.
Don't think so.
No, you can. It just showed a hand there.
Yeah, I know. I think it just goes to the same spot.
Okay.
I didn't have time to sit around.
Uh-huh.
Why are you so slow, dude?
I don't know. It drives me insane.
A knight. There are biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the... I guess.
It has something to do with this.
No.
But... something to do with the cop.
We need to distract the cop with something.
I could get a hint. Right now, you're better off elsewhere. The planned theft of the tripod from the museum should be top priority. Thank you. Fuck off. God damn it.
Speak with Nico, maybe.
I'm
I'm guessing whatever we do next, we'll get something to distract the officer with.
I think this is later.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I've already talked to Nico about everything, so I'll just go to the museum and see what I can do there. Maybe talk to the guard?
Pardon me. Oui, monsieur?
And tell him about the theft?
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do
No.
you?
No, I don't.
It's not his job to know.
I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Well, 19 letters of it. The bottom
boys.
row of the chart was too small
Oh.
even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you see? If I studied art and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history.
Yeah.
At your age? Dream on.
Rude.
What the fuck?
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar. Though people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar, not like Monsieur Lobineau.
Okay.
Wow,
Can
George
you
is a
give me any
fucking
further
asshole.
information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John Dee.
The fuck is John Dee?
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
Okay.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology.
Okay.
Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected
no!
by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
Thanks for your help.
No, monsieur.
Okay. The case contained the tripod shown on the manuscript. The case con...
Oh!
You're
The
dumb
totem
as
pole
fuck.
looked distinctly out of place in the setting of the museum.
I was not expecting that. Alright. Jesus Christ.
Okay. Yeah, we both were just like, oh!
Oh mon dieu!
It was an ancient Egyptian sarcophagus with a beautifully painted effigy of its owner on the lid.
No.
Why?
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
What? That's not a closet.
Closet? It's a sarcophagus.
The guy knows 19 letters of the alphabet. Just leave him alone.
Pardon me. Oui, monsieur?
Thanks for your help.
Okay. Right, he doesn't like the smell of something.
Mm.
Still open.
Yeah, you can click on the bottom
Oh.
of the pipe. Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna do it again. Because he's gonna take his time to wound that up, and I can probably hide in the sarcophagus so that way I can be there the night of the tripod theft. Beep. That sounds right. The fuck?
Yeah, he literally just glitched over there.
Well, I'm there.
Ta-da.
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien,
Oop.
Good night, Monsieur.
Why is such an angry goodbye, though?
He doesn't like Labino for some reason. Alright.
Quit fooling around, you moron. Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight.
Bring that flashlight. I think that's why it was like showing it can be tipped over.
What the? Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
Wow.
What just happened? What the fuck's this?
Hi.
What?
You fucking knocked yourself out with a totem pole. I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Poor George.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one
Oh,
who can
it's
dress up in costume.
You mean it was you who stole the tripod? Oh, hell, Nico. I could have been shot.
Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own feet.
I just wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't suck, Georgie, please.
Oh, rats. And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought you'd be pleased.
What is going on? What's that?
Are you not pleased?
Is there something going on between you and Lavino?
What business is it of yours?
I was just gonna say,
We
why do
agreed
you
on
care?
this. The clown, the Templars, strictly business, remember?
Yeah, but...
So get off my case.
Thank you, ma'am.
But he said you were
better get
sexy
back
and I
to the
wasn't
quest.
comfortable with that.
Alright.
I don't like other guys calling you hot, even though, you know, we totally agreed that this is
It's
not a thing.
only professional. No relationships. No fuss, no muss. Nope.
Hello.
Well, there's the distraction. Talk to him again.
Excuse me, officer. Does this red...
Very.
It is?
No.
Okay.
Shouldn't you
Just
be
being a
off
smart
directing
ass.
traffic or something?
You have seen the...
Yeah.
I could... which...
What do you know about medieval ironmongery? Have a look at this little baby.
A tripod. What is it for?
You mean you don't know?
No, monsieur. Nor do you, I think.
I fucking love him.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Excuse?
Fun.
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
Just talk to the clown.
Hey,
Sound.
you with the balls.
Really, man?
We...
You with the balls.
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's
Oh,
you.
monthly bill
You
is ready.
juggle, that makes you a juggler.
Okay.
Oh, I am a jongleur.
A jongler?
Same thing!
Jongler.
Oh, jo- a jongleur is an artist, a master of the contre-gravitique aerobatic mysteries.
T'es un jongleur, but that's a fucking jungler.
Jungler?
Fucked me up, bud.
Witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turn in their hours of need.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders. Plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so.
Fuck's sakes.
What? Juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better. No?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
I hate George so much.
He's not a likable
I had no
person.
idea what I was doing. But
I'm
this
just
guy
gonna
was
go around making
obviously
everyone
an
feel
idiot, so how
stupid like
difficult
I'm
could it
better
be?
than them.
Like Nico? I love
She's
Nico. She's
A
a
lot more
good
difficult than I
protagonist.
thought. That's how difficult.
What you do is easy. Why aren't you doing a job?
Still,
Like,
with my
seriously,
big
someone
chance
needs to
be
slap
derided
this
by
guy.
complete strangers.
Not so easy after all, is it?
No, I guess not.
There you go.
Hi again.
Let's- Don't be an asshole.
Oui? What is it this time?
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers? Ah, their last Grand Master, Jacques Dumoulin, was burnt on an island in the Seine in 1314.
Wow. You're pretty well educated for a juggler.
Who says a juggler doesn't...
I read it on that board.
You know the board is like right behind me?
You're a juggler. You can't be a smart person. Wow, that's surprising. Like, fuck, I hate George!
Yep.
It's been a while since I've hated like a main character this much.
Living with their hands. Look, a red nose.
Ah, you are a clown.
A clown?
No, if so, you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention, but fell down the pothole of abstraction before I could focus on it.
Oh jeez.
This gadget is a sewer key.
I do not want it. Thank you.
Well, I'm not selling it. I just wanted your opinion.
It is hardly my area of
Oh.
expertise.
Okay.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
You smoke.
No, I don't.
In that case, it means nothing to me.
Look at the
Does this
clown's face for a
plaster
sec.
interest you?
Yes.
Well,
Forget it. Forget that I asked.
What?
Any details about his face? His hair?
Overlapping eyebrow.
Never mind. Just keep going.
What are you?
No, you'll see in a bit. I think. Keep going.
Okay.
Have you seen this man
I
before?
have to point it out. 'cause I
No.
have no idea what you're talking about.
What do you think of this?
it is a medical device, oui?
Does this lab pass mean anything to you?
You work in a lab.
No, try again.
You steal lab passes?
Yes.
No. Well, not as a habit. This was a special case.
Like, are you talking about this or are you talking about this?
The portrait.
Okay, the portrait. I have no idea what's wrong.
Does this grease paint mean anything to you?
A red nose? And now grease paint? You are sure you are not a clown?
Well, I was distracted by the idea again. Caper, caper, caper. Plummet. No. Gone again.
The fuck, dude?
I've got a medieval tripod.
And my Uncle Claude has emeralds! So what?
Why?
Okay.
Feast your eyes on this.
Incroyable! Is it real?
I think so.
Hey,
Some
crowd,
people
look at this
believe
really expensive
that
thing I
great
got.
gems always have curses upon them.
Oh, that's garbage. Although, now that I think about it, both of the people who had this before me disappeared in mysterious circumstances. And the guy who was supposed to get this was shot and then murdered in his hospital bed. Do you want it?
No, thank you.
What were you trying to point out?
I think it might actually come up later.
Okay.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay.
Maybe the crowd is enough.
Hey, you.
Nope.
You.
You stay away.
Fair.
There was a small crowd of 5 sightseers. It put them in their vacation duds, and hey presto, they look like morons. Why is that?
Bro. Why? Why? Why are you a dick?
Hello again.
Hello again.
I hope you're better in the other games. 'Cause Jesus Christ.
Does this red...
Ah,
Do I look like...
no. Although you juggle like one.
Uh.
Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing. And not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Whoever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur. You have it.
Thank you for the goddamn hint. Give me a
I'll see you
second.
around.
Oui, monsieur.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it?
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps?
No, I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Okay, now for my secret weapon.
A clown's nose.
That disappeared.
Yep.
The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury.
Except for one.
Hey, you forgot one of your balls. Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Yes. Yes! He left! Oh my god. Oh, he finally left. Let me down.
Now
Whoa.
you just have 5 witnesses.
A weird little boat lay tied up. I guess they used it to get maintenance crews around. Either that or on the boat was a winching machine.
I just want to walk over there. Spanish name Va something.
Va something.
There were 3 arches, each with an inscription.
Okay, give me the inscription.
There were 3.
Give me the inscription!
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
Bro.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone. The wall seemed in very poor condition. The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was falling away. I wondered why.
It's old as fucking mildewy in here. All you had to say was, I can't read it.
My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, this is where the gallows used to stand. Maybe.
Okay, what's over there? Why? That's a sight.
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked. The door was a handsome piece of work. There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. The door was locked.
What do we have for the door?
We don't have any sort of key to be able to put it in there, but I do believe we have something that we need to do with the wall. See if I can use this for something.
Huh?
That works.
The hook lay in a bed of chain.
Yes. What does that do for us?
There were 3 arches, each with an inscription.
Okay, I guess not. Okay, I have to do something with that. I'm just not entirely sure what.
If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily. There were 3 arches. It was the bright red ball I'd got from the juggler.
Didn't think so.
Alright, can any of these things try and pry open the door?
Repeat that again, what?
Do we have anything that can pry open the door?
Oh, no.
Maybe not.
Oh, maybe I can use this on this. Because this one's flaking and crumbly.
It was time for some brutal destruction.
Oh, wow, that worked.
Hey, that's hollow. I'd poked a hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this.
Yes, they would.
There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it. Here goes. The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap.
Fuck off.
I'd pulled the lever right over.
Maybe the chain can help you here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My voice. Pick that bitch up.
Ta-da.
Oh, you're gonna do it by yourself? Okay. Have fun, bud. Okay.
Fair enough.
What's in the room, Judge?
Major Princess and the Goblin vibes.
Right? Oh my god.
There was a crack in the wall. Through it, I could see a glimmer of natural light.
I'm waiting for Prince Froglip to come out.
Right.
In the beginning was the end. An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness.
In the end will be a beginning.
An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report.
The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Bleh.
Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of
Very
dissatisfaction
Italian.
and dissidence is growing. The corporations are
Stereotypical
becoming too
Italian
large
or
and
Spanish.
complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global
The only one I recognize is
belief in
this
birth
guy.
and governance has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major
his
governments.
accent?
They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish.
I don't
The
know.
pattern
mix.
is emerging. Our time is now.
I have no idea what he was trying to do.
The tired old governments are
I would have
dying
said Russian, but I'm like,
But
no.
it went to French and then it went to
and
like,
then it almost sounded German. I went, no. And I'm like, what the fuck is this accent?
Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our
Like, he sounds like German Austrian. And I'm like, I can tell where he's from.
You have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail
Templars?
when they were hiding the clues to the sort of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lockmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you
That
we
was
have
not a good
sacred
silence.
duty,
Silence.
a trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it.
Philip.
Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or not. We have already found another element actually within the
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
What?
Ha! But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
That
think
guy
that's
was
the
the bogus
fake
doctor in the hospital.
it's the fake
Marquet
doctor.
was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us?
I just don't know who the Grand Master is.
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
This will be our last meeting in person. until we locate the sword of Baphomet.
Thanks for letting
I
us
hope
know.
that I don't need
Right.
to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition the next time that we meet. It will be to become the princess of this world!
Wow.
Let's just all go in that fucking boat. Let's go. Okay, let's check out that place. Oh.
Tripod.
There was a
Yeah.
large circle marked out on the floor with a stump in the middle.
Non omnis
Around
moriar
the circle, I could see
clarior
words
et
inlaid into the
tenebris.
stone. On the circle's circumference were the Templar seal and two Latin phrases, non omnis moriar and clarior e tenebris. I shall not die completely, the brighter from the darkness. In the middle of the circle was a stump of stone, a shaft of daylight from the world above lancing down to touch it.
Yeah, tripod and...
On the circle's circumference were the no, I shall...
Tripod.
The tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump.
Gem.
The light, falling from above, struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays. And each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the left, I could read M-A-R-I-B.
Marib.
Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Please tell me you grabbed the fucking tripod again.
Nico, I've seen
I
them.
hope so.
Who?
The
That'd be
Templars.
very stupid.
I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Clantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria. You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
That's fair. Okay.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
Why is he the, like, kind of main character right now? I'd rather play her again. Oh, right! Vida de la Vasconcelos is one of the Templars. But let's go to Marib. Since that's where the next thing is.
Yeah, I want to go back to her as well because this guy is fucking obnoxious.
Is it dickhead?
He is.
Hey there, young fella. Speak you the English?
Oh!
Speak you the Anglaise?
Oh god.
Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, see, and indeed we, and rather better than you by the sound of it.
Yeah.
My name is Nietzsche.
I like this kid already.
Welcome to my grand emporium
Oh.
of quality merchandise.
I want to play Nico again. He's a fucking dickhead.
I do love that the kid told him to fuck off though.
Yeah, it's great.
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though Stan does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is a bustling metropolis?
Well, not per se, no.
Okay.
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for you, sir.
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
Oh, a language course.
No, sir. Jeeves and Wooster. Gussie, Fink, Noto, Aunt Agatha. What ho?
All right.
All right.
Does the word Templar mean anything to you?
Templar. Ah, Templar. Templar. Why, yes, of course.
It does?
Yes. A splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Chatteris, featuring the roguish Mr. Simon Templar.
Great. That's a real help, Nijo. Anything else?
The Saint television program featuring Mr. Roger Moore of the quizzical eyebrow and a stick man with a halo. Bing!
All right.
He's a kid.
Oh yeah.
So all Templar means to you is Roger Moore.
I only watched it for the stick man with the halo. Bing! He was better animated.
Okay.
Have you seen this man before?
No, sir. I'm glad to say. Cold eyes.
And just because.
Here, shake hands, Nijo.
I'd rather not, sir.
Good boy.
Stranger, go away.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle peep, sir.
Cat. Oh! Poor kitty.
As I didn't see the point of going all the way over there to get scratched, I stayed where I was.
Anger.
That is not a happy kitty. Not a happy kitty at all.
Hello. I was wondering whether you can help me.
Why, hi there, handsome. What can I do for you?
Hi. My
Already
name's George.
lover.
I was just...
Well, it certainly is delightful to meet you, George.
I was...
My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you can call me Pearl, I'm sure.
Okay, Pearl. I was...
So nice to meet a friendly American face so far from home.
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why, sure, precious.
I like her.
I like her too.
Have you ever heard of a group of knights called the Templars?
Sounds familiar. I remember. Dwayne had a book. The Holy Something and the Holy Something Else I can't quite recall. I read
I
it.
love her.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey to me.
Whoever does
Voice-
Pearl,
yeah.
fucking excellent job. Jesus Christ.
At least she's not walking
What
around
does
being
this
like,
mean to you?
speak of the
God,
English.
This some sort of psychological test?
No.
Oh, well in that case it's a red ball.
What do you think of this?
Oh, looks scientific. It's a blood pressure thing, isn't it?
I fucking love her.
Have you ever heard of anybody calling himself Merlin?
Merlin?
No, Merlin. Merlin. There's an O in there.
Moulin?
You haven't, have you?
No, darling. No, Moulin.
That was Mulan.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
You're a phenomenon.
Oh,
Don't they have secret
what?
handshakes?
Oh, George, now you're teasing.
Do you know what this is?
Lord, no. It looks painful, though.
It's a sewer key.
Who'd want to break into a sewer?
I have to do it.
I liked her too much to zap her with the buzzer.
Good.
What do you make of this grease paint stained tissue?
You like her
Oh,
too, George.
It's grease paint. I thought somebody had gaudy taste in makeup.
Have you seen this man before?
No. A friend of yours?
No, not really. I've got some plaster of Paris.
That's nice, dear.
I don't give a fuck.
Do you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long shot.
This is the first time he's actually like
Been a decent human.
like nice to someone.
Have you talked to the boy on the bric-a-brac stand?
Oh, you've met him? His name's Nijo, you know. Oh, he's just so cute, I could die. I'd love to bundle him up and take him back to Ohio.
He might not thank you.
I'm looking for something ancient, you know. Something to impress the folks back home. The poor boy was trying to do his best, but we still haven't found anything.
I like her.
Mm.
This is also the only one of the few people that he's been actually nice to.
So, tell me a little about yourself, Pearl.
Me? Oh, a gentleman's interest is always so flattering. Well, my husband and I run a greeting card company in a cute little place called Akron in Ohio.
Akron? Cute? Little?
What?
Is your husband around, Pearl?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes, he is. Sorry to disappoint you.
If he wasn't, what would you have done, ma'am?
I've got to go
Exactly.
now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
That's probably him right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk to him.
Hi, I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, sure, son. Always got time for a fellow American. The name's Henderson. Dwayne Henderson.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy. I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne?
That is like
My name's George
a really
Stillborn.
stereotypical American accent.
It is slightly robotic,
Yeah.
but also bored.
Yeah.
Have you seen this man before?
Maybe. Where'd you get it?
I just picked it up somewhere.
Sure. I'm always picking up photos of complete strangers and then asking around.
Huh?
What?
Ow! Damn it!
There. I've got another picture of a complete stranger.
He's like Lilo
Maybe
from Lilo
I'll
and
ask around
Stitch.
about this
Right.
one.
Freaking all over
Shake
the
hands,
wall.
Why?
Just being friendly.
Let's just be friendly by keeping our hands to ourselves.
Good boy.
Yeah?
This is some COVID shit. Right?
I saw a medieval picture of a woman. Royalty or nobility, something like that. She was looking in a mirror, but the reflection was of a man with 3 faces. What do you think of that?
Well, I think you should be in therapy.
Oh, boys.
Do you think bulls have any significance around here?
Weird question, George. Nope, I don't think they have.
Do you mind if I ask you an odd question?
Okay, but I might not answer it.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
The Knights Templar?
Yep.
Nope. Nothing at all.
What?
Well, you knew they were an order of knights.
What I know
Many people about.
and what I say are 2 different things, boy. I haven't lasted as long as I have in this business without knowing that.
In this business?
Sure. The greetings card business.
Oh, please.
Here we go.
Okay.
Does the image of a knight holding a crystal ball mean anything to you?
Hell no. What would a knight want with a hunk of glass?
I don't know. That's the problem.
What's wrong, boy?
It's not a crystal ball. It all came together in my head. What the conspirators had mentioned losing. The strange perspective of the manuscript. It's a lens.
Okay.
All right.
Have you talked to Nijo?
Nijo? He's the youngster on that junk stand, right? Yeah, we've met him. He's a smart kid. Speaks 4 languages, and he's never had a day's formal education. He should go far. Kept trying to peddle garbage on us, though.
You're not gonna find much worthwhile around here.
I know that, and you know that. But try telling Pearl. She reckons there's antiquities in them door stands.
And that there and them there stands. All right.
You're a long way from home, Dwayne.
Sounds really
Could
slow,
say the same
but
about you,
kinda
George.
robotic and
Me?
gravelly. I
I'm
don't
just
know.
sightseeing, that's all.
Without a camera, kinda lags to come all this way, not take pictures. Mind if I take a picture of you, George?
What? Why?
Now take another picture of me again.
Ow! You could have warned me.
Rude.
You don't mind, do you?
Yeah.
George? The folks back home will be real interested.
Why?
What exactly do you do, Dwayne?
Didn't I say? Oh, I run a greeting card company. Yep, we're based in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland? Pearl said you're in Akron.
What was that?
Nothing. Just thinking out loud. Where is your wife, Dwayne?
Pearl? Oh, she's around, looking for bargains.
How long have you been married, Dwayne?
Hell, must be 30 years now.
You look maybe 30.
I would say the most 40, but I'm like really confused now.
Okay, well, I'll see you
Been
around,
married
Dwayne.
since you were 10.
Count on that,
Congrats.
George.
Like what?
Like, unless they look really good for their goddamn age, but fuck.
Hi, what's your name, sir?
Hello, you buy kebab. Moscow.
Ooh, boy.
Bro.
What do you think of this?
Buy kebab? Come to eat?
You have a British thing, but you don't barely speak English. I barely speak
value your
English.
opinion on this, sir.
Nah, you buy kebab. None?
Oh my god, okay, goodbye.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
Oh.
No, buddy.
I want to speak to the makers of this game back in the day, you know? Just be like, don't do it.
It's one of those things where, like, this is the first game. There's 4 more games.
Hopefully they actually got people that speak these languages or know the
So,
accents.
we're gonna see
If they
later
improved.
on if they've improved since the first game.
Maybe they actually reached out and were like, hey, you have some awareness about how these people sound.
Do you want to laugh? I was like, oh, I wonder what, like, the acclaims for this game is. It has excellent voice acting and shit. I'm like,
No.
what?
No.
No! No, it doesn't! This guy here.
It's literally just Jafar.
Right? Is there a magic carpet?
Many.
It was the pattern. I'd seen that pattern somewhere recently.
The Club Alamut, which is probably right there.
Uruba! Hello there!
Why are his
Does
bottom
this
teeth so
matchbook mean
long?
anything to you?
Ah! Give to me! Give to me! Alamut!
What? Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, it was a way in, okay.
Because the pattern is the same. Hi.
Many beneficent greetings, my most fortunate possible friend.
Huh? Do I know you, mister?
No, no, and again I say, no. But, my friend, do you not see our mutual good fortune in this meeting?
How frank do you want me to be?
You are a traveler, yes?
Boy, you must be the world's greatest detective.
No.
Stop being a
I am
dick.
told that is Sherlock Holmes of the big forehead and slipper full of shag. I, as contrast, am world's greatest luxury taxi driver.
I can see where this is going.
I am Ultar, taxi driver and luxury guide per excellence. Yes.
This I had to hear.
Where does your heart desire to go? Simply mention the name to your obedient servant and we shall fly there, swift as the eagle.
Oh, well, I don't really want to leave Marib yet, but I'm sure that if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Is good. You know where you want to go, you come to Ultar.
Thanks. See you around, Ultar.
Be having a pleasant day, full of shining experiences and happiness, my friend.
Thank you.
Hi. Nice club you've got here. I was wondering if you could help me. What? I mean,
They just put the mouse over
I'm
it.
sorry, but I don't understand.
No surprise there, alrighty. He says sorry, but he not speak English.
But he didn't say anything.
He not have tongue.
No tongue? What happened?
It was bet.
And he lost.
He won. You should see other chappie. Oh, yes.
What?
The club manager's bonhomie seemed forced. Looking at the place, I could understand that. The outside of the ornate spittoon was beautiful. The inside wasn't.
No shit.
I hadn't felt the need to spit since I was 12.
I wish you'd tell that to the majority of grown men.
The spittoon was nearly full. What do they sell here? Drinks or expectorants?
You ever just walk down the street and all of a sudden there's that...
Even if I
and it's like a grown adult, you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Damn, the door's locked. I'm sorry? Did you say something?
He say you not to go in toilet. Read sign, matey.
Matey?
It lose something in translation.
Oh.
By staring hard at the notice and squinting, I discovered I couldn't understand a word of it. I knew the door was locked.
Okay. Can I talk to you just regularly? What the fuck?
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bout.
Okay. So many talking of people.
Have you seen this man before?
Oh, most certainly. Was here only yesterday.
What?
Here? Yesterday? My God, he's close.
Yes, he was asking a lot of questions, just like you.
Oh,
what did he
joy.
ask about?
He asked about American called Stoby.
Stobart?
Yes,
Stoby.
Stobart. You know him?
The killer knew my name. What else did he ask about?
He asked about German man called Klobner.
I tried to remember the name of the man the conspiracy had lost in Syria. Was his name Klausner?
Sure, that is what Ultar said. Klausner. I told this man in the picture. Klausner wanted to go up to Bull's Head.
Hold on. He wanted to go where?
Bull's Head. Big hill. 10 mile out of town. Maybe 60.
When was that?
Bull. Bless.
Maybe a week ago.
Big sneeze.
Bull's head, and the bull is a thing of importance.
This place
Let's
is certainly hard
get
to
all the other
find.
info.
Oh, yes, it is most exclusive. The membership can be no more than... Kind sir, what would you guess the population of the village to be?
Gee, I don't know, a couple of thousand?
Then I would estimate the membership to be no more than a couple of thousand.
What do you make of that boy in the market, Nejo?
Nejo? Ha! Ayub's boy is too big for sandals. I speak splendid English and he laugh. He say, Ultar, you big ox, you split infinitive. I say, I split your head if you stay still long enough.
What the fuck?
Pretty funny, yes?
Hilarious. You should be on cable.
Sarcasm.
What do you know about the kebab seller?
A most miserable man. Ultar say, cheery up, matey mate, it might never happen. And he say, shut up, Ultar.
Fancy that.
Not at all. Arto has face like the drizzle that falls on the midweek afternoon, whatever that is.
What? Okay.
Have you met the American couple?
Have Ultar met them? Have Ultar met them? Yes, Ultar have met them.
And?
They most ungenerous. Ultar offer to show them wonders of countryside. They say, is there anything ancient? Ultar say, yes, of course. Nature is ancient. They say, no, anything ancient made by men. And Ultar say, have you seen Taxi? Fan belt older than Ozymandias. But
my
they
God.
gone.
Could you tell me what that sign means?
It say, doors stay shut until brush come back. Signed, the management.
Oh, what does that mean?
Manager buy lovely new toilet brush, leaves it by wash basin for 10 minutes, come back, it been stolen. Not even out of wrapper. He damn cross. Lock up toilet and say, nobody use fine pristine toilet until brush given back. We say, what we do till then, eh? He say, cross legs and use superior willpower.
And that's what you've been doing?
No, Ultar use bucket.
Alright.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
Of course.
Yes? What can you tell me?
Great she-bop band of the 60s.
No, that's not really...
Who put the bop in the bop, 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 bop?
Yeah, eternal questions.
What the fuck?
What can you tell me about this Bull's Head Hill?
Is most magnificent, lovely views. Worth visiting, yes, by indeedity.
How do I get there? No. Let me guess.
You need fine luxury guide to take you there in air-conditioned taxi.
Air conditioner sounds
Woe
wonderful
is
right
me.
now.
Where can I find such a guide?
And Ultar is most luxurious guide for most literally some way, in any direction.
Gee willikers, lucky old me.
Are you desirous of my pleasant and luxuriant service?
Sure.
All right, let's go.
First, I regret the formalities. A trip to the Bull's Head. 50 Yankee dollars, please.
$50? I don't have $50.
Oh, most unhappy event. Ultar then sorry, but he cannot take you on ride of lifetime.
Hold on, Ultar. Is there nothing I could barter with you?
Word that it was so, beloved friend. But my taxi needs gas, and its muffler needs the muffler doctor. Trading for these things is not
Fair enough.
possible. My heart weeps for the injustice, but it's box or zip, or unfortunate American.
Well, I still don't have any cash on me, American or otherwise.
Oh, unfortunate, most extreme. The delights of the Bull's Head Hill then must wait, I fear.
Well, I still don't have...
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
Shake my hand, Ultar.
Ha ha. Remind me of things that happened months ago. Maybe 6. Man come up to Ultar, say, shake hands, Ultar. But man have electric buzz thing in his hand. Ha ha. How we laughed. Then I broke his arms.
Yeah.
I didn't think electrocuting the big Syrian was a good idea.
Yep.
See you around, Ultar.
May good fortune follow you, mister.
There wasn't much point in when I couldn't speak Arabic, and he couldn't speak. Period.
Okay.
Bro.
So sketchy. That was another thing. Was over here.
I figured going out into the countryside was a pretty good way to get lost.
I feel like that's his fucking taxi. I don't
Probably.
know why.
The merchant was selling fruit. I decided I might have some later.
It's funny. He's like, I don't have $50, and my brain's like, how the fuck did you get to Syria?
Right.
Unless you have like a credit card. That might make more sense.
I hadn't come all this... Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
It's the cat.
Not a very friendly cat you got there, Nijo.
No, sir. It is a very unfriendly cat.
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not mine. It just rests where it pleases. And today, it pleases to rest there. As
I've had a cat
people
like that.
would say, it is a cat that walks by itself.
Fiercely independent.
And it smells.
Oh, boys.
Who's the guy selling the kebabs?
Oh, that's Arto. A miserable blighter, to be sure, sir.
He doesn't seem very happy.
He never is. Day in, day out, a face like a wet Wednesday. Whatever one of those is.
Does he speak any English?
Not cogently, no.
What do you know about that couple?
Oh, they're American.
Is that all?
The chap's a little odd. As for the lady, it's a funny thing. But I get the impression she's a lot cleverer than she's letting on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met an interesting guy earlier, a cab driver.
Ah, that would have to be Ultar, a barbaric sort of chap.
Oh, he's not that bad.
You know how he speaks in pidgin English? That's how he speaks in Arabic too.
For fuck's sakes.
He also broke
So,
two of
I'm
someone's
correct in
arms,
saying
but
that
both
the
their
word
arms
Templar
for
doesn't
an
mean
electric
much to
shock.
you.
Well, there was the Order of Knights who were wiped out in an Inquisition in
Sir, you got
1312,
it.
I suppose.
That's them. What else do you know?
Just how much information do you think there is on a Trivial Pursuit card? From the medieval edition. We had it on the stand a couple of years ago. Ask me what a feuter is. Go on. I know all this stuff.
He was
never
bored.
mind. Okay, forget about the Templars for a minute. What do you know about knights?
Like The Crusaders, they came to the East on an insane and pointless mission. They sacrificed thousands of lives, including their own, for insensate pride. How anyone can find them romantic confounds me.
Yeah.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle peep, sir.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Hi.
Sir.
Bye. Maybe you have to click on him when he comes out. There went the electricity.
For like a brief moment.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Is it on? Ooh. Oh. Ow.
That's what happens.
Ow. Ow.
So.
That was unpleasant.
I was gonna say the internet's down.
That photo.
Yeah, I'm well aware of the fucking photo.
No Wi-Fi networks.
I guess we're calling it there.
Well then.
Cause yeah, the internet's down, so the stream stopped. Alrighty then. I'm just gonna do the last bit for the recording. Thank you everyone who has been watching the video. If you like the video, you can always follow the Twitch stream if you so wish to be updated on when I pop up next time. For anyone who is watching, who would like to see my older videos, I can't even fucking think.
You got it. You can't.
My brain's like
You're like, brain, do the thing. Come on.
My god. Power went down so goddamn quick. Thank god I got that fucking
breaker.
Power supply.
Yeah.
What the fuck was I saying? For anyone who wishes to see my older videos that I've done in the past, you can always pop on over to my Twitch channel, my YouTube channel, with the link down description down below. For anyone on YouTube who is seeing this in the future, once I get the video edited, if you wish to see my videos live and unedited, you can always pop on over to my Twitch channel, link down below in the descriptions on every one of my videos. Also, if you like the videos, you can always subscribe so you know the next time a new one comes up. Besides that, thank you everyone who's been watching tonight, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.
I want to go back to playing as Nico.
Bye. Yeah, pretty much. God
Bye.
damn.